Hello and welcome back to the show. My name is Josh. I appreciate you being here. Today's video recipe, we're going to be making jambalaya, some andouille sausage, chicken, shrimp, nice pot of jambalaya. Stay tuned. All right, so the game plan today, we're gonna prep our ingredients. We're gonna get dinner rolling. This shouldn't take too long. I did a video on this years and years and years back, but this is more of a homemade, more authentic jambalaya, I think. Probably not that authentic, but in my mind, it's authentic. Better than the video that I showed you last time, which was the Zatarain's box, throw some meat in and cook it. Although that is delicious, this is just gonna be a little bit different. So I'm gonna go over the ingredients right now, kind of follow along step by step, and if you miss anything, don't worry. All the ingredients, all the directions are gonna be in the description below. So let's go over the ingredients and let's get cooking. Okay, so for our ingredients, we're obviously gonna need some olive oil. We're gonna need about a pound and a half of chicken. Normally it calls for chicken breast. You know that I'm a thigh guy, so I'm gonna use about a pound and a half of chicken thighs. We're gonna need some type of Cajun Creole seasoning. Today I'm gonna be using Uncle Steve's Shake. You know I love Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve's Shake Texas Cajun, but I'm also gonna be throwing in maybe a little Slap Your Mama. Obviously that's a classic seasoning, very mass-produced across the entire country, but also very high in sodium. So gotta watch that. I'm gonna use two different types of seasoning today. We're gonna be using an andouille sausage that I'm gonna be cutting up, Cajun style andouille sausage. 1 medium to large white onion, 1 medium to large green bell pepper, 2 to 4 ribs of celery, about 6 or 8 garlic cloves that are smashed, peeled. We got oregano, we got bay leaves, and I'm gonna be using 1 basic can of tomato sauce. We got some chicken stock. We're gonna be doing just over 2 cups. I'm gonna be using chicken broth, but you can obviously make your own, better than bouillon, whatever you wanna do. About a little bit over 2 cups of chicken stock. Obviously the star of the show, about a cup and a half of long grain white rice. Now at the very end, you can use some parsley, you can use some green onion for garnish. I'll probably throw in some green onion at the end, but we'll be doing that. And of course, I can't forget the shrimp. I'm using frozen shrimp. If you get fresh shrimp, frozen shrimp, whatever you want to do. I like it deveined, detailed. That's my personal preference. Those are our basic ingredients. Let's jump into cooking. Let's go step by step and let's make some jambalaya. So I took my boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And again, I wanted to show you guys this. UncleSteveShake.com. If you place any order and you say that Josh and Babe sent you, he'll hook you up a little something special. Really, really awesome guy. We have met in person many times, and he is awesome, and he makes a really awesome product. So I'm taking my chicken that I just kind of cubed up a little bit, and I'm putting some Texas Cajun on it. And while I do that, I'm just going to give it a little mix on here, on my board, and we'll just season these up. Super simple. I love the smell of all of Uncle Steve's products. They're really, really good. He has so many now on his website. He just does a really good job making all of his seasonings. It's really, really good. All right, on to the next step. All right, flames on, my good old trusty Dutch oven. That's about, I don't know, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm gonna get that oil hot, and then I'm going to introduce the chicken in it. Not to cook the chicken fully, but I just want to brown the chicken and start working on the brown bits and stuff like that. If you don't have a Dutch oven, that's fine. You could use just a big pot. I just like good old faithful here. All right, I'm going to get my chicken in, and I might do it in batches because I want to get that beautiful brown color on there. I have it on medium-high heat, like I said, with the olive oil inside. And then I'm going to remove it and put it on a plate when those pieces are all done. And this process will go pretty fast, honestly. I mean, it's been like a minute, and they're already starting to get some color on them, which is perfect. We don't want anything sticking. Just want to get some color. And I mean, look, after a minute, you can see it's great. And with that Texas Cajun, it smells really good already. So we'll build some color, and then we're going to take the chicken out of the pot, and we'll go on to step number 2. All right, my chicken is not all the way cooked yet, obviously, but we still got a long way to go. So I'm going to pull this out, and next I'm going to work on my Cajun Andouille sausage. Now this sausage is basically already cooked, but I just want to brown it up a little bit, soak up some of that chicken bits, and again, I'm going to pull this back out in a minute after it gets browned, and then we're going to continue cooking it later, but I just want to get a little bit of color on it and finish up that oil that's still at the bottom of the pan and get that hot. Now, if you think about what you just did, you add that Cajun chicken, and so that left brown bits and seasoned your olive oil, and now you have Cajun Andouille sausage, which is getting brown and also leaving brown bits with that flavor, seasoning your olive oil and leaving brown bits. So next is going to be the Holy Trinity, which is the onion, celery, and bell pepper, and we're going to work that down for a number of minutes until it's really soft, and it's also going to pick up that flavor. So you're really building layers upon layers of flavor. So let's get a slotted spoon. Now that those are hot and making the house smell absolutely delicious, let's get a slotted spoon. Let's get this on a plate. Beautiful. We'll set this aside for when we reincorporate. All right, I'm working on a medium heat now. Oh boy. Yes. Onion, celery, bell pepper, and we're bringing these until they get really, really soft. And that's probably going to be anywhere between, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 12 minutes. Oh look, we got a lone soldier in here. Come here, guy. What are you doing? Alright, that guy's, he's going out on the plate. And I'm just going to work these until the whole house smells absolutely amazing and they're super soft. Alright, about 8 minutes in now. All that garlic that I hand chopped, I'm going to incorporate the garlic in now too. Now the smells are going to be delicious. We're coming along. It's going to get easier and easier, and by the time you're done, you are going to be really impressed, and I think your family will be really impressed as well. Alright, now our fun begins. And like I said earlier, everything is going to be in the description below if you guys missed anything. But that is the 1.5 cups of the long grain white rice. And we're going to just work that in. And if a little bit of it gets fried on the bottom, that's even more fun because it just adds the textures and flavors. So I'm going to work that in for a moment. Then we're going to add all the rest of our ingredients and we're almost done here. This is a teaspoon of oregano. All right, I'm adding my chicken back in. I'm adding my sausage back in with the fat and everything because fat means flavor. I need 2.5 cups of my chicken broth. That was 2 cups. And there's the other 1/2 cup. My 15-ounce can of just basic old tomato sauce. Now I'm going to crank my heat right now. I'm going full blast on the heat because I want to bring this to a boil. Got all my stuff in there. Nothing is sticking to the bottom. All those brown bits and everything have come up. And now I'm working on bringing it to a boil. And while it's coming to a boil, bay leaves. Let those work around in there. Give it a little stir and I'm letting it come up to a boil. I can tell you what, the house smells really, really good already. And we still got shrimp to add in a couple minutes. So in the meantime, I bought these shrimp. They're frozen shrimp. They took the skin off. They deveined them, but they left the tails on. I'm giving them a little slap your mama. And they're still a little bit frozen, to be honest with you. but I'm just gonna let that seasoning kind of sit in there. And these are gonna go in at the very, very end when all of our rice and stuff is done cooking. But I just wanna let this chill for a little bit. Season up these shrimp. We're gonna fry them, or not really fry them, but we're gonna heat them in a pan, and then we will put them in at the very end. So that can just chill for a minute. Tried to clean up my work area here. I chopped up a couple green onions. I'm gonna throw that in at the very end. Those are still waiting, chilling. Now it's been exactly 10 minutes, so let's pull this off. You can see it's on the lowest heat setting. Just gonna give it a little movement. But we still got some ways to go. Oh, fogging up the camera. All right, let's put it back on. We'll check back in 10 more minutes. In the meantime, I splashed a little olive oil in there. Let's get some heat. And I'm gonna just put some color on the shrimp real fast. Now this is gonna be like a very, very quick process. I just wanna put a little color on there. What do you guys think? I actually, when I bought these shrimp, I wanted them to have the tails already off, but some people like the tails on. I don't know. I know our kids do not like it, but this is what I got, so this is what they're gonna get, and they can just work around it. But what do you guys, do you guys always buy frozen, fresh, deveined? Do you do them yourself? What do you guys do with your shrimps? And I'll probably do this in batches because I have more than what this little frying pan will fit. We'll just let this come up. I'll flip them when they get some color, and then we'll do the next batch. Actually, I'm gonna call an audible. I'm just gonna put the rest of my shrimp in there, and I'm just gonna toss them around. Given that they were frozen, and I just wanna get some color on them, that'll be fine, because you can already see all the liquid coming out of them, so that has to burn off real fast before we get the color on it. So we'll just work these, get some color on it. They'll finish in the jambalaya anyways, because, I mean, they're basically done. So we'll just put some color. Easy peasy. All right. I'm just setting those right there for a minute until they're ready to be thrown into our big pot of jambalaya. So those are about done. All right, so this is what it looks like after about 25 minutes. And you can see that there's still some liquid in there. So which is fine. I'm just gonna give it another quick little move around. Hopefully the camera doesn't fog up too much. So another couple of minutes, this is done. I'll pull those bay leaves out and I'll toss them. I just want to get rid of a little tiny bit more liquid, and we're about done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add back in my shrimpies just to give them a final little moment to cook. They're already cooked, but final little moment to cook. I'm going to put my lid back on for, I don't know, 5 more minutes. So we'll just break 30 minutes even. And I think we're about done. We're probably about done right now, but we'll just give those shrimpy another couple of minutes. Ooh, it smells so, so good. All right, so I just cut the heat off, and I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of green onion on the top, just for my thumbnail. I'm gonna wait for Babe to get home from work, and that, my friends, is an awesome pot of homemade chicken andouille sausage shrimp jambalaya. Give it a go. Hello, Babe, you're home from work.
I'm home to this beautiful dinner, and I'm very hungry. I've not eaten today, so I'm excited. What do we have here?
Chicken, andouille sausage, and shrimp. Homemade jambalaya from scratch.
Wow.
All vegetables, garlic, everything hand chopped by yours truly.
Fancy.
Recipe below. Try it out.
I'm excited. I got some sausage.
Yeah, the sausage is really good. It's hot still. Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's piping hot in the stove.
Better than
Zatarain's.
It's really good. Good
Awesome.
job. Thank you.
Okay,
Good
now
job.
we can end the video.
Bye.
Hey, I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you very much for tuning into the show, and for all of our YouTube channel members that have hit that join button, which is right next to the subscribe button on YouTube, to support Babe and my little hobby of cooking on YouTube. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode. If there's something that you want to see us cook, mess around with, either outside on the barbecue, inside on the kitchen stove, whatever it is, leave a comment below. We really appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next video.